Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic for ngModel directive, where we will learn how to fix the issue related to array using trackBy. If you remember, in our last session, we created one example where we utilized the array with ngModel directive to prepare the two-way data binding, right? But there, if you notice, like there were some issues while typing the data into array. Like for every time, like when we key in some letter, it automatically recreated the instance. That means we were not able to write the entire word at a time. We have to select input field each and every time whenever we want to type something new in a word. So that is our issue, right? Because right now we are just creating a demo, but if it is implemented in any project, in that case, if you try to key in the long word, then you have to select the input field again and again, right? And this is not the good thing. So in this session, what we will do, firstly I'll explain that problem again. I'll create the similar kind of example and we will discuss the problem, and as per the problem we will fix the issue with the help of trackBy. And also I'll tell you what is trackBy, why we are using it, and how it is helping us to solve that issue. Okay, but before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on trackBy, but prior to that you should know about other modules, examples and basic stuff. Alright, so let's get started. Firstly, we will go to app.component.ts file. In this TS file, we need to import the required module. So we are going to use ngFor directive. So for that, let's include the common module. Then we need ngModel directive, and it comes with a forms module. So here we will write forms module. Once these two things is added, you will see that it is also added on line number 1 and line number 3. That means these two modules has been imported successfully. Now you are good to use ngFor directive as well as forms ngModel directive. Now after this, what we are going to do, we are going to create one array, because this thing we will try to implement with the help of array. So let's go to app component class, expand this area, and here we will create one array with the name hobbies. The type of this array would be string type. So it's a string type array. So these open close square brackets, then equal, and here we will assign some sample data. So for example, we are user is storing hobbies, 3 hobbies. One is reading, then comma, then second one is gaming, then the third one is traveling. Okay, so these are the 3 values which I want to store it as a hobbies for now. Now next, what we are going to do, we are going to write the logic in app.component.html file, where one heading is already coming, Angular Directives demo by Sharmit. So we will add another heading here, h2. In this heading we will write ngModel directive with ngModel directive for array binding with trackBy, because this is the main thing, trackBy ID. Okay, so this heading would come in the right place. Then we will create a div, because we want to create a array, we want to create a input field where we will directly bind the values with the array. So let's add the div here. In this div we will run one for loop. So ngFor, in ngFor we will write let hobby of hobbies semicolon, then let I equal index. Okay, so this thing is ready. Now what we will do next, we will simply create one input field here. So input, then in input field we will simply write square bracket, and inside this parenthesis where we will write ngModel. In ngModel we will assign this value with the array element, and we have already defined the index, so you can directly write here hobbies of I, where I is representing the index. So these are the all things that we have already discussed in last session. That's why I'm explaining it in a quick way, so that we can focus mainly on the trackBy. Right now I'm not using trackBy because I don't want to show you the issue first. Maybe some of you might not have noticed in the last session. So firstly I'll explain you now the issue, and then we will solve it. So here we will write placeholder where we will write enter hobby. Perfect. So this div is ready. After this, what we are going to do, we are going to print the values once the user has updated it. So here we will write P for paragraph. In this paragraph we will write updated values. Updated values, not values, let's keep it as hobbies. Perfect. Updated hobbies. And after this we will create one unordered list where we will print all these elements as a array element in a list item. So just added list item li, then we will write here ngFor, and then we will assign the values like this. Let hobby of hobbies, then square brackets, and after square bracket we will add here hobby. Not hobbies, it should be hobby. Perfect. So with this like so far, like what we did, we imported the required module in the component.ts file. Then we after defining the modules, we define the array that we are going to use, and for that array we receive the values through input field by binding it through the ngModel directive, and then we printed all the values one by one. So let's try to see the output of it. So here I will write ngserve -- open, enter. So it will wait for a few seconds and then it will open the application. So you can see here everything is coming perfectly, but there is one issue that I want to highlight. Issue is that, let's say if you want to change the value from reading to something else. So if you do backspace, I click on this input field, I click one backspace, and now you can see it is automatically out of the box. That means if I try to type something, it will not take. Why? Because once I press any keystroke, maybe any letter or number or anything, so it will directly came out of it. Why? Because it is because of the change detection. Okay, and this is an issue. Why? Because here what is happening, when you use the ngModel directive with hobbies of I, then Angular re-renders the input element whenever hobbies change. So we are changing the hobby, and that's why it is re-rendering the input without a proper, because why it is happening, because we are not using the proper trackBy function, and that is the reason Angular can lose track of which input belongs to which hobby, especially if we are if the array changes, or if it is changed, array is changed and recreated in the memory. Okay, and this all cause Angular to destroy and recreate the DOM element on each keystroke. So whenever we are pressing any keystroke, it is recreating the DOM element for each keystroke, and that can result in like that is the issue that we are facing right now. That in effect, not only for clearing, if you try to write something, for example painting, so you have to write painting, so P, and then it is came out of it. So again I need to select it A, then again I need to select it, because every time it is recreating the thing. So this is the issue. Now we will fix this issue with the help of trackBy. So for that, simply go to this index part, put semicolon here, and here we will write trackBy. Remember, this is case sensitive, so if you are writing something, write it in always in a same case, otherwise it will throw error. Okay, now here in this area you just need to write the things in a proper way as I am typing here. So you can simply write here trackBy, then semicolon, then trackBy index, trackBy index. Okay, it is not defined yet, that's why it is showing error. So let's go to TS file. Here we will define it. So you just need to add one function, trackBy index. Okay, then parentheses. These are the all fixed thing that we discussed in one of our session where we talked about this trackBy function. So right now I'm just showing you the application, that's why I'm just writing it. So index is number, then obj is any of type any, then colon and any curly braces and expand it. Here we will just simply return the value of index. So basically we are just, what we are doing here, we are just simply returning the index value. Something is wrong maybe. Function implementation is missing of not declaration. Oh okay, so we declared it in a wrong place, so we need to cut it from here. Something is wrong. We created like this. Oh okay, let's rewrite it. I think something we missed here, or maybe in a parenthesis or something, and that is why it is causing this issue. Okay, so right now it is okay. So you just need to write here trackBy index, then parenthesis, here we will write index colon number, then we will put comma obj any, then after parenthesis we will put here colon, not semicolon, colon, then curly braces open close, and here we will write return index. Maybe last time we forgot this colon, that is why it is showing error. It was showing error, but now it is okay. So let's see the output. Here if I try to remove this and write something new, for example painting, so you can see at a one go I am able to write it properly, and that is the benefit of using trackBy. In fact, if you want to remove it, you can remove it, there is no issue. Okay, so this is why that is the reason, like we use, again I can write that is the reason you can utilize this trackBy function with ngModel directive when you are assigning or making a two-way data binding for array. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.